Imagine finding the perfect house for your growing family, upsizing to the house you've been dreaming of, the space that you wanted to host these unforgettable gatherings. And you feel like you've come to the point where your life is perfect. But let me tell you something, it is not. Many home buyers are regretting the purchase of their home because unforeseen events. In this video, I'm gonna dive into it, the most common issues many home buyers are complaining all throughout the different social media platforms. Here's an example.
I regret buying this house. That's what I've been thinking every single day for like the past 2 months. It has been hell and I lost control and I was just able to gain back control. There's nothing that sucks more than working so hard to achieve a goal like this, and to not even feel at home in my own house is absolutely heartbreaking.
Intentionally listing a home that could kill someone. Oh, also, this company tried to remove all of our contingencies in our original offer. So basically saying that like you buy the home as is, which should never happen. You should always do the inspections.
So regret number one is a straightforward home ownership regret. Why so many buyers are regretting? I mean, if a lot of people were fighting to get a piece of the pie and making all these offers above the asking price and paying for so many things, why is it that they're now regretting this? Well, it's very simple. The only reason why they're regretting it is because they didn't take in consideration a lot of the maintenance problems they're going to be seeing. You see, a house that was built in the 80s and 90s, it's coming to a point that is going to need some maintenance and some attention. And if the previous owner did not take care of those things, guess what? You're about to start just coming out with a lot of cash every single month. So skyrocketing prices, inflation are definitely making an impact on this. Many home buyers don't think that your house is going to need some work. They come from renting or moving from a smaller place into a bigger home just to think that it's going to be the best thing they could have done, and hopefully they bought a house that is not going to give them any headaches. Well, the reality is all these unforeseen maintenance things are actually costing people thousands of dollars. I recently came across a website that it says that home buyers should allocate between 1 and 3% of the mortgage balance on the property to have us for repairs. So if you have a mortgage balance of $200,000, you should allocate $2,000 as bare minimum up to $6,000 just for unforeseen repairs. And let's just run some simple math. If your water heater right now breaks completely, just to buy the device alone is probably going to cost you $1,200. Then you have to put consideration the installation cost. That's probably going to cost you $400, and then the dispose of the old system. So right there, you're almost coming to $2,000 on one device. God forbid your HVAC system dies and you have a house that is between 1,800 square feet to 3,500. Now you're probably looking to spend, as low on a HVAC, you're probably looking to spend $8,000. As high on the more high-end HVAC furnaces, you're probably looking to spend $12,000, $15,000. So that is one of the biggest regrets right now, is all the maintenance cost. Another thing is buyers didn't take consideration is they may experience some hardship, financial hardship, after buying a house, depleting a lot of their savings, or maybe the parents gave them some money, or you sold another house when you move up to a bigger house. Now you have used a lot of your savings. So I recently had a case where this seller sold their property, had a really nice equity at the end of the day, and let's use a simple number, $100,000, and buys another house that it is more expensive than the first one, and they wanted to put 20% down payment. So let's use the number $500,000. So 20% down payment is $100,000 right there. Then you have your closing costs, probably going to be $20,000 to $25,000, and then of course you have to have all your unforeseens. So in order for somebody to buy a house like this one and put a 20% down and covering their own closing costs, you should actually have $200,000 set aside. I know I'm going to get a lot of fire because of this, because some people barely have enough for the next 2-3 months of mortgage payments. But in reality, that is when you are well prepared to buy a house. I am not discouraging you from buying a house that when you don't have enough money. Just make sure that the big ticket items have been taken care of. Otherwise, you're going to have to be paying for a lot of those things, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a pleasant story. You're probably going to hate to be a home buyer, have the home ownership, because guess what? The American dream keeps getting more expensive day after day, year after year. And in 2025, it's not getting cheaper. Another big impact of unforeseen things is our taxes. Remember, you probably had maybe an agent or a loan officer to say, well, honey, why don't you, it's called date the rate, marry the house. That's a bunch of baloney. I mean, you cannot be dating a rate and marry a house. You either can marry the house or you don't. That's the bottom line. But you cannot be playing with fire. It's very delicate. It's very difficult sometimes to make it happen that way. So I highly suggest that you run the numbers. Ask your loan officer, what happens if I put 10% down payment? What happens if I put 5% down payment? What happens if I put 20% down payment? Look at the interest rates. Look at your escrows. Look at all the payments. But also think about taxes. Real estate taxes have been going up and up and up. Many counties and cities in the United States are experiencing a deficit in their budgets, a shortage on their budgets. And the main stream of money, besides the state taxes, it's real estate transactions. That's where they get a lot of this money. So when they find themselves in the pinch and they cannot approve so many projects they want, whether it's for schools, roads, public transportation, you name it, they come and increase the real estate taxes. Plain and simple. It doesn't have anything else. So I highly, highly, highly suggest that you look into an area. What is the likelihood that rates are going to increase? Another big thing that is taking a lot of buyers by surprise is hazard insurance. Yep. Yeah, I don't live in Florida. I'm in Maryland, so we don't really have a lot of issues here. But hazard insurance, it has been increasing a lot. So you really have to be very careful with that. So I always tell people, check with your current auto insurance. Maybe bundling up your insurance can save you some extra money. So, and if not, just go out there and get as many quotes as you can just to make sure that you have that. Now, a good deductible, rule of thumb, just for me, it's $500, okay? That's a good deductible. Now, the higher the deductible, the better is your premium. But again, I'm just letting you know, so you can go up to $1,000, you can go up to $2,000. I know in some places like Florida, their deductibles are like $8,000, $10,000, and they pay a lot of money on their premiums. I mean, some people, you're talking the same amount you pay on the mortgage just on the premiums every month on your insurance. So be careful with that. And it's okay. You bought your houses here, and next year your insurance company is telling you that it's going to go higher. It's okay. You can go out there and start looking for another one as long as you tell your lender that you're going to be switching insurance company and that they collect the necessary information to issue a new policy. So it's okay to do that. New construction. If you go into the new construction side of thing, upsizing into a new construction, a lot of people are just really super upset about new construction right now because they're just saying that the quality is not the same. The materials are no longer as they used to be. The appliances are dying pretty soon. You have a lot of walls with a lot of issues, a lot of structural problems, a lot of water issues around the foundation of the property. Yeah, no, I mean, it's no surprise. All the builders have been trying to build these houses so fast because the demand is so high that they just don't know what they're going to be doing with themselves. So yeah, no wonder it's just the quality. They have to sacrifice in quality. If they cannot source the materials on the same place they used to, they have to get them some other places. There are so many other things that happened in that period of time that you really, really, really have to be careful. So do as many inspections as you can on the new construction. Find yourself an agent that is well versed with the new construction as well as the builder. Not every builder is the same. There are good builders and there are bad builders. Bottom line, I mean, there are people that are cutting corners, just plain and simple. I don't have to do anything else. It's just the way it is. And of course, the inflation having to do something, and that's at a global level, because, almost every country in the world is suffering from inflation, and they have to do something with the interest rates, which, as at the end of the day, has an impact on everything. And with the new administration, the tariffs going up, that could even make it even worse in terms of the cost of doing certain things. So you really have to be very careful with a lot of those things. So here's my advice to you. You should always run those numbers before you put the signature on that offer. Run the numbers as many times. Run the numbers on the good scenario, run the number on the bad scenario, run the number if you lose your job. Hopefully it's not happening to you. If you get sick and cannot work, run every single scenario and make sure you feel comfortable with your mortgage payment. Remember, your mortgage payment, ideally, according to our good friend Dave Ramsey, should be no more than 20-25% of the gross income that you bring to your house every month. That is the ideal number. I know it's not the case for everybody with these high prices. I know it's not the case, but run those numbers every time, as many times you can before you put an offer. As a rule of thumb for me, I always ask my lender to run the numbers on every house that we're going to be writing an offer, just to make sure my buyer is very confident. Let me know here in the comments if wherever you bought your home, what kind of impact are you experiencing in terms of prices? It's the insurance, is it the taxes, is it the repairs, renovations? And let's be honest, tell me, do you really regret buying your house? Do you really regret it, or you really love it? Let me know here in the comments. I've been curious to know that. And also quality, the quality of the work. You see, a lot of people became flippers overnight, investors. And a lot of these people cut corners because it's a numbers game, no more than anything else. So if it is a numbers game, you really, really, really have to be very careful. While some homeowners benefit from the appreciation and value of their homes, that cannot be a guarantee outcome for every buyer out there. So I encourage you to do your due diligence if you are in the process of buying a house. If you already bought something and you're struggling with that, I encourage you to go out there and seek some professional help to see how you can improve your current situation. Again, this is Robert Garcia here, your friend in the real estate industry, and I help you understand and navigate these raw market trends so you can make the smart moves and enjoy easy living. If you like this kind of content, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you find any value, and I promise every week I'll have just content like this come out. Thank you everybody for watching my video today. See you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.